Alicia, if our friends at home are thinking, wait a minute, am I watching last year's news on DVR? Trust me, I have deja vu. Standing again in this room, doing this same story. It is exactly a year today. May 18th, 2021 was the primary last year. And yes, this is, I promise, live video. These folks really are doing this again.
I was like, oh no, here we go again.
Oh yes.
The wrong election identification code was printed on about 2/3 of the ballots. So now they had to be remarked.
But just like last year, Ray D'Agostino, Lancaster County's president, commissioner, and chairman of the election board, had to quickly shift from disbelief to figuring out what to do about the problem. And the good thing about having a similar problem 2 years in a row is you kind of already know what to do. Once again, teams of 3 people at these tables.
One person is reading the ballot that won't scan properly, and then there's a person marking the exact votes onto a ballot that will scan, and the third person is observing to make sure they get it right.
These ballots have been remarked already by a group of volunteers, and then we're just rescanning them into the system so that eventually we can go through them and tabulate them and upload them to our results.
Like last year, says Chief Clerk Krista Miller, and also like last year,
we will get it done as fast as we can, but it must be accurate.
But still must beg the question, how could this happen again?
I mean, the first time it happened, we got rid of our vendor, and we did move on to a second vendor.
Things went smoothly in the fall election last year, but here we are again.
Despite the new printer and other steps to prevent this.
We received from the vendor a test ballot for every precinct. That test ballot then is scanned to make sure it will work. It did, all 240 scanned properly.
But then the real ones didn't when they went to tabulate them on election day. They started with about 22,000 ballots. Of those, 16,000 mail-in ballots were the ones that couldn't be scanned. They are now down to 4,000. This is going a lot more quickly than it was last year. They have more people. Also, it's a 2-page ballot this year instead of 4 pages last year. We won't have to wait as long. To tell you also, the majority of those ballots are Democratic ballots. The quick math tells you not enough ballots here to, with this process alone, help Dave McCormick overtake Mehmet Oz. He'll need help elsewhere. Live in Lancaster, Seth Kaplan, ABC 27 News.